So, hi friends, today we'll discuss an important current affairs topic called gig economy. Is very important topic, and recently in the year 2021 in GS1 the question was asked on gig economy also. This is a very recent phenomenon, and during the COVID-19 period this economy has improved its scale. That means the scale of this gig economy has increased because of the inherent nature of this gig economy. So, what is this gig economy? We can call this as an aggregators also, but anyhow, what is this gig economy? For this gig economy, is there any specific definition to this gig economy? The point is, there is no universally accepted definition to exactly the gig economy, but there is a general definition, and there is a definition given by the government of India in some of its rules. I will come to the definition little bit later. But first, generally we understand what is this gig economy. Gig economy is nothing but sharing or collaborating economy. Sharing or collaborating economy. So, sharing or collaborating economy means in an economy we are sharing the work, or we are coming together and we are completing the work. We are sharing the work, or we are coming together to complete that work. So, this is a gig economy. This is a gig economy. So, in an economy, normally people shares the work and they will collaborate to do the work. But immediately you may get a doubt, sir, even in the normal economy, that means in our normal economic production process also, a work will be divided among the different workers and all the workers come together to complete this work. Then what is the difference between gig economy and this normal economy? So, gig economy has its own specific features, and based on that features we can call it as it is a gig economy. And if at all any production is happening apart from the normal methods, that means the normal method in the sense the traditional method. So, what is the traditional method? Traditional method is a method in which the people should come to an office or to a workplace and they have to complete the work and they have to go it again, and the production process happening here. You call that unit as a factory, or you can call it as an institution, or you can call it as a company, or you can call it as any organization, anything. This is a normal way of generating the goods and services. But whereas in the gig economy, a person who performs the work or participate in the work arrangement and earns from such activities outside the traditional employee-employer relationship. That means when it comes to this employee-employer relationships, employee and employer relationship, that is different in the gig economy and that is different compared to that of the traditional economy. In a traditional economy, a worker, a company or an employer will hires you and you will go to the office regularly and you will perform the duties for 8 or 9 hours, and based on your performance you will get some bonus, you will get the salary. Likewise you will be worked, it is a traditional mode. But whereas when it comes to the gig economy, the employee-employer relation is not regular as what it is happening in the traditional way. Suppose I will give an example so that you can understand. Suppose if you looking in an urban area, normally there are some public places where all the laborers come and they stand here at the morning 10 o'clock, in the morning 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock. So, all the laborers comes and they stand at a particular place because there is some particular junction, or we can call it as labor addas. And at this labor addas, these people will stand and immediately whoever needs the work, they will come and they will choose the labor from here and they will take this labor to that work for that day. And they will pay the salary, they will pay that whatever the wages for that day, and tomorrow these workers will lose the relationship with the employer of yesterday. So yesterday's employer, they don't have any relations with the laborer or the worker tomorrow, that means today. So today there is no relation, and today they will find for another employer, and tomorrow they will another for another employer, day after tomorrow they will find another employer. That means this platform, whatever you are calling it as this labor adda or a public space or a junction, this is a platform in which some of the workers are coming, some of the employers, that means who want to provide the employer, they are coming, they are choosing them and they are completing their work, and after that the relation gone. These people are getting employment, the work of these people is completed, but there is no permanent relation. Then you may ask me a question, sir, here the work of this employer is highly temporary nature, that is the reason why he has chosen that method. Suppose if he really need a work every day, he could have appointed this labor regularly, but he don't have a work every day, no? He don't have a work every day. That's the reason why he appointed, he has provided employment only for one day, because his work is only for one day. Now if you understand this process, the same process what I am doing is, I am creating a digital platform. Under this digital platform, there are some service providers, that means who are having a capacity to provide that service, and the people who need services, and they may need service regularly or they may need service once in a while. If it is regularly, definitely they will appoint a permanent employee, but the services what they need is not regular. It may be once in 10 days, it may be once in a week, or it may be only once in a day, it can be anything. So now what we are doing is, we are creating a platform through which we are connecting the service providers with the service need, the people who need services. And this is what we will call this entire system as this gig economy. Now if you see the gig economy, there is, and who will recruit you? This person will recruit you. Who will recruit you? This platform person will recruit you, and you are not going to provide the services to him, you are going to provide the services to the others. So whatever the services that you are already having with you, you are providing the services to the other people through a medium, but here the medium is not a person, is not a mediator, but it is a digital platform. So this is what gig economy. Likewise, n number of people can provide the services to the n number of persons by using this platform. And this platform has created an avenue for you. Further, they are charging something, and because you are providing some service and they are paying something, from that this digital platform will take some money and they will give some more money to you. So that you can use your skill, and so that they can fulfill their own services or they can fulfill their own needs, and meanwhile this digital platform is also get some amount of money. So here the employer who is recruiting you, he don't have a full control on you. You are not giving the services to him, and he is going to get the service, he is going to get the people. That means this digital platform is connecting these two people. And the advantage in this system is, here suppose demand for n number of services is, suppose for n number of people the demand is there. Now it is not compulsory that you have to cater the needs of those people. It is only based upon your feasibility. Suppose you are a person having a bike with you. You are having a person bike with you. Now you are free. You want to drop somebody. That is a service that you want to offer. And some persons are waiting for that drop. Some persons are waiting for that facility. And you no need to serve this facility to that person. It's up to you. If you are interested, then only you can go and you can offer that service. If you are not interested to go, you no need to go. And there is no fixed period of time. Suppose whereas in case of the office, or if you are a permanent recruitee to a particular office, you have to go at a morning 9 o'clock and you have to complete the work by the evening 5 o'clock. But here it is not like that. You can join at any time. You can join at 10 o'clock, you can join at 11 o'clock, you can join at 2 o'clock, you can join at evening 5 o'clock, and you can work for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, half an hour. It's up to you. It's up to you. The only thing is you must register with the digital platform. Whenever the service, if you are interested, just say like, okay, I am going to provide this service and provide the service. Later you can take the rest. So that means the different service providers are aggregated together through a platform to provide the services to the n number of people in the economy. This is what we will call it as gig economy. And if at all I want to give example to this gig economy, your Uber services, your Ola services, your Zomato services, your Swiggy services, your Oyo services, these are all comes under this gig economy. And if you observe it carefully, here the one who is running the platform, he don't have any assets, he don't have any office, he no need to create any infrastructure facility. The only thing is the service providers who are there, they are connecting with the people, those who need services. It is by simple platform. Suppose I have a bike. Now I need to give some, I need to provide some sort of transportation services to some people. And here there is another thing called Rapido. So I need to provide some services to the people. Then how I can't go and I can't find in the, I can't stand in the road and I can say, can I offer transportation services to you? No. You cannot ask everybody. But here a platform is providing some sort of avenue to you, and by using that, whenever you are interested, you are offering that services. The thing is, whoever the service provider that they are there, that means it is like you and me, we must use our own tools. To provide the services. Here this person is not providing any tools to you. This is what gig economy. So in this gig economy, the platform is a technology enabled platform, that too an information technology enabled platform. That means how these two people are connecting, through a digital mode, and that too by using information technology. So the information and communication technology is the main source that is connecting these three people. So this technological platform, this is a technological platform. Technology is compulsory. Whoever want to provide the service, whoever want to get the service, they must have accessible to this digital technology or information technology related device. Next, it offers workers and it provide a flexibility to the worker, and they are going to provide the services to the people through a platform. So they are going to provide the services through the platform, and these people are going to have a flexibility. And here the firms, whatever the firms are the platform runners, they no need to create any tools, but these people are having their own tools and they have to perform the work with their own tools. These people are not going to provide any tool. Suppose if I am an agricultural farmer, and I hired a labor, and if we want to do the work in my farm, then I have to provide all this machinery to him. Suppose if I am a manufacturer and I am hired a particular worker, then I have to provide everything in my office. Then only he will come and he will just work on the device and again he will go. But here it is not like that. You come up with all your own tools and you do your own work. But I will provide the work to you, just pay some amount of money and remaining thing you earn. Remaining thing you earn. So it is depending, it is the providers who are there, it is not the firms but the people who are involved in the platform, they are going to provide the service with their own tools and flexibility to those people by using information technology. And ultimately the entire service system improvement will be happened through the feedback of these the people who need services, the recipient of the services, the receivers of the service will give the feedback. Based on that, the quality of the work will be improved. It is not like this person is going to assess your performance. He is not going to assess your performance. The receivers, they are going to assess your performance. Thereby we can improve the activity. Thereby we can improve our own performance. That is the reason why after every order that you make on this, they will ask your feedback. And if you don't give proper feedback, then that will affect this person's the career. So this is something about gig economy. But if you compare it with the normal economy, the gig economy is having a flexibility. The gig economy is completely a platform based work, and in this a feedback directly from the customer, and that is going to decide or that is going to improve the performance. And the digital device is compulsory, and the person who is providing the service, they must have their own tools, but not the firms. Firms are not going to provide anything. Firms are not going to provide anything. So these taxi services, these food delivery services, the short-term accommodation, labor services including plumbing and other activity, these things we are going to provide it. And a little bit elaboration I will make again on this. Suppose now I have given an example. I have a bike with me. So now I can provide this logistic services. That means I can take away any of the goods, and I can provide this transportation services. That means I can drop you anybody anywhere. Suppose if I have a room, an empty room with me, I have a room, then I can give it as a rent per day. I don't see, if someone comes to my room to stay it for 1 month or 2 months, 3 months, I no need of this platform. I can directly have, but I don't want to give it as on a permanent basis. So this what we will call it as OYOs. So the OYO room concept is this. And I have a skill. Just assume I have a skill. I have a different typing skill. I can type in a better way, but I don't want to work to a person continuously. But whoever all need this typing facility, I can provide with my typewriter in my house, with my computer or with my typewriter. So that I can provide. So typing services. I am a plumber. I have the skill and I have all that machinery, but I don't want to work in a particular building or to a particular company regularly. So now I can choose the work in the platform, and I can go and I can offer my plumbing services. So let us take the woman, and she is at the home and she is good at this whatever this beauty or the decorative part, and she is having all that equipment with her, but she don't want to start a shop or she don't want to work somewhere. And now immediately through this online portal, she can go somewhere and she can offer her services, or she can ask them to come to her house and she can offer the services. So that means if you understand this entire concept, many services earlier they were not commoditized. I have a skill if I just go to a company or if I join in a particular organization, then only my skills will be commoditized or my skills will be commercialized. Then only I'll get the money for that. But without joining in a formal organization, by using my skill, if I able to cater the needs of other people, then I can commoditize it, I can get some money so that I can fulfill the services of others. Just take the case of a woman. She is good at cooking food, she is good at preparing the food, and she can prepare a delicious food. But the point is, she don't want to work in a hotel, because that is the only place we will get. But now she can take the orders directly from this platform. Now she can say like, okay, so if someone needs some cooking, okay, today I can offer my services to you, and tomorrow I want to take a leave, and day after tomorrow again I can. So that means hitherto some of the services were there, but those services are not commoditized. But now by using this platform, we are commoditizing the services. We are commoditizing the service. Either it can be related to cooking, or it can be related to your vehicle, what you are having, because I want to go from here to some other place. And if I just have a Rapido, just I can log in myself into the Rapido and I can register myself with the Rapido. Along with me, I can take somebody to that place, and so that I am commoditizing the service. So I have an empty room in my penthouse, and I don't want to give it as a rent to anybody, because I don't know when my relatives or when my other family members come. And if I give it as a rent, then I cannot ask them to leave. But at the same time, I want to make some money out of that. So immediately I can give it for 1 or 2 days by using this platform. Is it not commoditizing? So the hitherto which were all not commoditized, now they are going to commoditize by using this, and thereby it is providing some sort of employment facility to some people. But the main important factor in this gig economy is trust. This trust is a very, very important factor. So this trust between the buyer and seller, and the one who is the recipient of service, and the one who is delivering the service, and this is a platform, and the recipient is having a confidence that if I order, these people will come and he will offer a better service. And this the one who is giving the services, or the one who is providing the services, he have a confidence that after completion of the service, they are going to pay the money to me. They are going to pay the money to me, because it's not like a company. Suppose I ordered a travel booking from Rapido, just assume, and he has dropped me somewhere, and after that if I don't give money, what will happen? Immediately he has to manhandle, or otherwise he has to file a thing, but it's a very different thing. But the moreover, the point is, the moment when I put an order, I have a confidence that he will come and he will offer the service, and at the same time he is also having a confidence that after completion of service, I am going to pay the money. And lot of different type of works that are taking place under this. It's not only simply about driving, it's not only simply about giving rooms as a rent, it's not only about the plumbing services, but lot of these highly valued services. Because suppose I'm a article writer, because I'm a journalist, I'm interested in writing some freelance articles. I don't want to tie up with anyone, but I cannot find the customer every day. But by using this platform, now I can find the customer anywhere, and I can offer the services, and he has a feeling like I can offer good services, and I have a confidence that he is going to pay the money back to me. So the trust is a very, very important factor as far as this gig economy is concerned. So it's not only about the blue collar jobs, but also some of the highly valued white collar jobs can also get by using this gig platform. And we have started only limited extent in some of the services, but the scope of this gig economy is very high. So the gig economy has the potential to absorb more amount of people, that includes both men and as well as women, and also blue collared workers, and even the blue collared workers and even the white collared workers. That means which are high valued services and even low valued services. And there is no official estimates as far as how many people are working under this gig economy, because it is not regulated by the government, but some industrial estimates are showing like now at present 15 million people are working in this. 15 million people are working. 15 million people are working. Maybe in the near medium term, this number can go up to 24 million. In the long run, this can go up to 90 million also. Because in an economy, if you want to provide an employment to everybody, if you go with a traditional model of starting a unit, providing an employment, there must be an office, there must be a proper infrastructure, there must be a computer, there must be some facility. It cannot be possible. It cannot be possible. I am not saying like we can't provide it. We can provide, but it will take some time. By that time, what these people has to do? So the point is, now the business models are changed when the people are having the skill, when the people are having the instruments with them. Definitely, why can't they find the opportunities in the market by using these platforms instead of going into a particular office? So that is how this gig economy has started, and this economy is having a potential of creating employment to these many people, going to provide an employment to these many people. So again, when it comes to this gig economy, the contract between employee and employer is different. The contract between employee and employer is different. In case of a traditional company, it is a long-term relationship, but whereas in our gig economy, it is a highly short-term relationship, and that too specific focus, with a specific focus on job or the work which you are going to do. Job or the work which you are going to do. So this is what about this gig economy. So it is commoditizing the skills which are hitherto not commoditized. Now I am looking into the advantages and the disadvantages of this gig economy, and later we will have a special discussion on women, and in this itself I will try to explain how it is helpful to the women. But anyhow, this is going to provide more and more facilities to the women. I will come to that little bit later. Now I will come to the advantages. So what are the advantages with this gig economy? What are the advantages with this gig economy? The main advantage is you can commoditize the services. Commoditize the services which are hitherto not commoditized. That you can do. And the flexibility of working hours. The flexibility of working hours. So you can't do, you don't have some rigid type of working style where you have to go to office, you have to work for 10 hours or 9 hours. So flexibility, you can work for 3 hours, you can later you can take a rest and you can go for the work for another 2 to 3 hours. Every time you will have the work. You can do multiple works. Multiple works in the sense, suppose if you have a plumber, you can go and you can offer plumbering services. Meanwhile, you can also perform this transportation or logistic work. And you can do the plumber work for some time, and you can remaining day you can do this work. Or if you are an employee somewhere, you are working for 4 or 5 hours in that, and remaining 4 hours you can do here. So multiple works at the same time. Some people feel like doing same work continuously every day, like monotonous, and they lose their interest. But here you can do multiple works. And when I say multiple works, so by using this platform, I can provide a legal services, I can provide a medical services, I can provide a legal service, I can provide any other service which I can. If I am multi-talented and if I am multi-skilled, then I can go for multiple works in a particular day. That is possible in this gig economy. Next, at the same time I can work for multiple employers. multiple employers. That means normally in a work when you are working with a particular organization, you are not supposed to work with the other. But in the gig economy, okay, today I may work with you, tomorrow I can work with somebody, in the same day I can work for more than 2 to 3 organizations, or 2 to 3 separate people, or 2 to 3 different companies, or whatever it may be. So that flexibility is there to the workers. That flexibility is there for the worker. And when it comes to the high skilled workers, it is more advantageous. When it comes to the high skilled worker, it is more advantage compared to the normal worker. Normal workers is the workers with low skill set. It is not big advantage to them, because I will explain in the disadvantages. But for the high skilled workers, it is more advantage. It will create lot of advantages. Next, when it comes to the employer, employer is having certain extra advantages here. The employer, time and cost, everything is saved. He no need to create any infrastructure. He no need to spend any extra money for working capital. Simply starting a platform, and he is trying to collect the people, and he is sending them. And he is not doing, the software is doing, the technology is doing. So he don't have all these things, so he can earn the profit. A little amount of money that he is earning will make up more amount of profit, because there is no initial investment for him, except to launch this app. So that is the reason why now I think Zomato and other this gig platform workers, the gig platforms, they are went for IPO, and you have seen how much amount of response that the Zomato got when it went for IPO. Next. So the time and cost will reduce, and you no need to create any infrastructure facilities, and even you no need to take care about the employers. You no need to take care about the employers much. Suppose if something happened to him, or if something any health or any other related thing, normally the company is having some sort of social responsibility along with the government. But now here they don't have, because you don't know when that worker will work with your company. It's all flexibility of that. It is not like a permanent nature. The relationship is not a permanent nature. Next, the another advantage to the companies is they can find very efficient people for some type of work. Suppose you are running a company. Some of the services you need regularly, but some of the services you no need regularly. Suppose just assume I am running a company, and sweeper must be there for me every day, because he need to sweep every day. But suddenly if my TV got repaired, or if my computer got repaired, I no need to hire a particular person for that. Suppose if I hire that whatever the work that he is going to perform should require an extra skills, and there are many people in the market which are competing for that work, and there are many people are having some extra skills than the person which I recruited. So though my work is once in a while, it's not a regular work. So what I am doing is, I am recruiting those type of people occasionally by using these platforms. So that means there are some works that requires this specialization. Now for those people, I can recruit through this platform. Instead of recruiting them and having a pool in the office, why I should require a laptop repair or a computer repair operator every day in my office? Is there any requirement? No. But when I need such a highly skilled worker, then I can go to the market and I can find an efficient people. And likewise, those people who are coming into some of the companies are highly qualified. You can get highly qualified people. So that is one of the advantages to the employer. And some of the workers I need some seasonal workers I need. Seasonal workers in the sense, suppose I'll take some of the workers, suppose I am doing some food processing, some food exporting company I have. So now I need to collect it from the farmers, fruits, and I need to export it to some other place. Now the fruits are harvested only in a particular season. For that I can't recruit these people, I cannot have with me. So seasonally I can recruit. So the seasonal recruitment, or the recruitment which requires once in a while, or the recruitment which requires highly skilled workers, those things can be done by using these platforms. And at the same time, the cost that is involved to the employer who is running this business is also very low. So this is how it is going to help some of the companies, and this is how it is going to help the workers who are working. It is going to help some of the workers who are going to work. Next, there is an important element in this. Now, it provides lot of opportunities to the women. So, how this gig economy is going to help the women is very, very important. This is what exactly the question asked it in the UPSC GS1 mains in the year 2021. See, it is going to create lot of employment opportunities to the women. It is going to create lot of employment opportunities to the women because of the flexible nature of the work. Because of the flexible nature of work. So when I say flexible nature, because lot of women have to attend to the domestic chores, and they have to attend to the whatever the children and even elderly people in the house. So perhaps for most of the women it's not possible to go to the office by 8 or 9 o'clock. It's not possible. Because of that reason, lot of women, though they are having the potential to do the work, but they are unable to do. So this flexible nature of work, and that too working environment, that means they physically they no need to go to the office, and sometimes they can go somewhere and they can do the work and they can come, or otherwise they can ask the customers to come to their home and they can do the work. So because of the working environment and also the flexible nature of work, it creates lot of employment to the women. Second one is working environment. Next, third one, I already told, like now this sector is going to commoditize the inherent or the hitherto skills that are already there in the economy. But unfortunately, when it comes to the women, women can do lot of work, but unfortunately it cannot be considered in the GDP, because you are not monetizing that work. Normally women learn some of the works, like some women know how to stitch the clothes, some women know how to make this beauty care, and some women know about the wellness, some women know some different activities. Unfortunately, because of not they are starting their own unit, or not they are working in another unit, it is not commoditizing. So now women is having a lot of skills. Now that skills can be put to use, provided if a proper platform is started. Now that lot of skills is put to use, and again they need to have some reskilling, that means they need to improve their skill set. Next, a simple digital technology is necessary to get this work. So you no need to roam around the companies to perform the work. You no need. The point is, if you have some sort of digital divide, then that is sufficient. Next, when it comes to the major important point is this equal pay for equal work. That means, suppose normally the companies may discourage women, because now actually the law says that equal pay for equal work. But even though the law says that, but unfortunately some of the companies, or some of the business entities, they don't give equal pay for women. But here in this digital platform, as a service provider, if you provide that service, whether it is male or whether it is female, there is no discrimination, they will get that equal pay and equal work. Now in a company, suppose in a working place, normally there is a scope for sexual harassment, but here there is no sexual harassment, problem, because the point is the working place is not the company. It is in your house, or you can offer the service in an online, or you can just go and give the services. So there is no such a thing. Next, the safety of a woman at workplace is also not a big concern. Safety of a woman at the workplace is also not a big concern. So because of the above problems, because of the above things which are help us to overcome the problems of the women, and so that they can work, and here they can do the multiple work, they can work for some time, they can work from home, they can use their skills, and they can get only through this digital technology, and the workplace is so safe. That means there is no scope for safety and sexual harassment, and there is an equal pay for equal work. So because of these reasons, it is going to help the woman. Okay. Next, so once you understand this gig economy, and the advantages of the gig economy, then do we have any other disadvantages with this economy? Do we have any disadvantages with the economy? That is also important. Do we have any disadvantages with the economy? The point is the quality of work. Very important. See, you don't know the quality of anybody. Simply you are hiring and you are giving the work to him. Can it be workable in all the circumstances? No. See, if it is to drop you from here to somewhere, anyone can do that, even if it is a rash driving, but it's a matter of 5 to 10 minutes, so it may not be a big problem. But if some highly skilled work, if you are allotting to somebody, then without knowing the quality of those people, how can you really recruit? So that is the reason why there are some problem in applying this particular gig economy to some of the skilled works. Second one, the second disadvantage is there is no permanent nature here. Permanent nature in the sense, I can work today for somebody, and after afternoon I can work for some other people, tomorrow I can work. But what about after day after tomorrow? What about after 1 week? What about after 1 month? Should I roam like this, and will it going to give a fixed income, or it is going to only it is going to give the income which is completely based on market conditions? So you cannot get any fixed income here. Sometimes you may get more income, sometimes you may not get income. So that's risk is on this particular person, but the platform or no one is going to take the risk. Next, no social security benefits. I will come to that. The security wages on the labor code on security they have mentioned, but apart from that there is no special social security benefits. Like what are the government is doing that you can get, but what are the extra things that the people who are getting in a normal employment, these people are not going to get that extra social security benefits. And there is an inconsistency in payment and denied benefits that organizations offer to their regular workers, like social welfare, the social welfare aspects. Next, access to tools. I already told, if you have a bike, then you can use this Rapido or this Uber and other. But if you don't have, you have to purchase. And if you don't have a capacity to purchase, you can't utilize the services here. But whereas in a company, if you just join and they will give all the instruments, the thing only you need to work. There is a permanency in the regular job and they themselves only provide the tools, but here you don't get any tools. Here you don't get any tools. And these people cannot claim labor rights. Cannot claim labor rights because actually initially the governments are reluctant to identify these people as the workers. But later they have identified, but they cannot claim the every labor right like other organized, the people who are working in an organized sector. Next, there is no long-term relationship between the buyer and seller, or the one who is producing, the one who is offering the service and the one who is receiving the service. So there is no long-term relations between the buyer and seller. And one more thing is, there is no social environment of workplace. This is very, very important. Normally, whenever we are doing a work in an office, there is a social environment. Because of that environment, sometimes we motivated, sometimes we don't demotivate. That will help us to increase our productivity. But here there is no colleague, there is no peers, you are alone. So how can you really incentivize to do the work? That is another important. So that social environment will be missing here. Social environment will be missing here. Next, it is disrupting the traditional way of working. It is disrupting the traditional way of working. When I say traditional way of working, that means the traditional production processes or the traditional service offering, you are going to lose it. But the point is, some people are saying it is disrupting the old practices. This is what creative destruction. So creative destruction means whenever you are going for any new creative thing, that will destruct the old ideas or the old processes or the old methodologies. So if at all you want to generate a new thing, you have to destroy the old one. So don't consider it as a negative thing, but it creates a creative destruction. That's what some people are saying. For companies, there is no reliability on the workers. So companies which are running regularly and which need regular manpower, they can't depending on these type of people because there is no reliability. They don't know when they will work and when they don't work. When they will work and when they don't work. So these are some of the disadvantages in this. These are some of the disadvantages with this particular gig economy. But it is creating lot of opportunities. But the point is, to some extent we can offer some sort of solution to some of the problems that I have mentioned now. Suppose when it comes to the tools, yes, the company may offer or the governments or someone can offer some sort of amount of loans, and so that they can reduction it. Somewhere you can solve this problem. Take the case of no social security benefits, but we can put a condition like if you consistently work for such a particular amount of time, then you will be liable to get some amount of social security benefit that you can. And permanent nature, actually these people don't want to do that. If they want permanent, they can go for that permanency. Here this is providing an opportunity to the people to work at a multiple location, to do the multiple job based on their flexible condition for that. So some of the concerns can be addressed. Now when it comes to the concerns as in case of women, because we have seen how it is creating opportunity to the women, but there are some problems that women are going to face here. One is about this digital technology. So digital technology usage is now more or less all the women are now aware about this usage of digital technology, but what about rural women? Are they really? And moreover, don't forget that this gig economy is now providing more opportunities only in the urban areas, but not in rural and this tier 3, tier 2 cities. Okay, so this is not going to affect any rural women. Second one is the skilling and reskilling of women, because if at all they want to offer the services, they must have the skills. Some of the works are skillless works, it's fine, but if it is a skillful work, they need to go for skill and reskill. Next, some of the people know the digital technology, but already there is a digital gap in the society. already there is a digital gap in the society between male and female. The digital gap may the digital gap may increases the problem to the women. Next, dignity of the woman is very, very important, because here everything is happening in a digital platform. So women should not be derogated, women should not be harassed. Okay, so that is the thing. Because, and one more thing, I said like this is an environment in which there is no scope for sexual harassment. But if at all in one or other way, if the woman undergone for sexual harassment, or if the woman is harassed, where she will complain? If it is a company, normally there is a mechanism for that, some complaint box, and there is some committee, because the legislation is stipulating that. But if something goes wrong, that sexual harassment, how you are going to address? So there is no thing. And moreover, apart from this, whatever the salary and everything they are getting, normally women need this maternity type of leaves, a paid maternity leaves they will get. But here there is no such type of social security benefit to the women. There is no such social security benefit to the women like maternity benefits. Maternity benefits. Next one is, there are some gender stereotypes that are inherent in the society. I am not saying like someone is going to do specially, but already there are some gender stereotypes are there in the society, because some people don't want to provide employment to the women. Some people always feel like women cannot do the work perfectly. That existing gender stereotypes may have its own effect. That is not so specific about this application or this gig economy, but it's one of the reason. So it is about the social security, it is about the dignity and sexual harassment of the woman, it is the digital gap, it is the skilling and reskilling of women, it is about the rural women. So it is about these gender stereotypes that are already there in the society. So these are some of the reasons that are affecting negatively the women as far as this gig economy is concerned. So the gig economy is providing opportunities to the women, at the same time it is posing some sort of challenges to the women also. So this is something about the advantages and disadvantages of this gig economy, and especially with respect to men and especially with respect to women, both advantages and disadvantages. And when it comes to the especially the businesses, the cost of the business come down, and they can recruit the seasonal people, they can recruit highly experienced people, and they can expand their business because the cost of business is low. But whereas they don't find the reliable workers, when it comes to the qualitative work, they will get some sort of problem, and they no need to pay any much social security benefits. Okay, so this is something about advantages and disadvantages. Now, did government has recognized the workers under this gig economy as a workers or not? So recently union government has passed, that means Parliament of India has passed 4 labor codes, and in that 4 labor codes, 2 labor codes recognized this gig economy workers. One is the Code on Wages, which was passed in the year 2019. The Code on Wages clearly mentioned like the minimum wage or the floor wage, there should be a minimum floor wage for all the workers in this country, including organized worker, unorganized worker, even gig worker, they said. So organized, unorganized and gig worker, they are going to have a minimum wage and floor wage. That means if he is working 8 hours for whatever the 20 or 25 days, he should get a minimum of that salary, and you have to devise your platform in such a way that they should get that benefit. You cannot exploit the people. Because there are some instances where the gig platform workers are even went for some sort of strike. No, you are reducing our incomes and remunerations, it is affecting our lives. But the legislative stipulation is that there should be a minimum wage for the even gig workers also, that they have said. Second one is when it comes to the Code on Social Security. See, the providing social security, it is 2020. The providing of social security to the workers, it's not completely the duty of only the employer. So the state government, central government and employer will have the duty, and under this code on social security, these gig workers are going to get some sort of benefits. Not all the benefits that the organized people are getting, but some sort of accidental insurance, life insurance, those type of things they will get, but they cannot claim any labor rights. They cannot claim any labor rights from the employer. And in this code on social security, the government of India defined these gig workers as, or this gig economy as, a person who performs a work or participate in a work arrangement and earns from such activities outside of the traditional employee-employer relationship. So outside the traditional employee-employer relationship, in any other way, if you find some work and if you earn something, that you can consider it as gig, that you can consider as gig economy. So this is what the code on social security has said about this. So this is something about gig economy. So provided if you use it in a proper way, definitely it will have lot of advantages. One thing just I want to give in this feedback aspect, that means the quality of the work or the quality of the service will be improved by giving the feedback. But the point is, this feedback can be manipulated. That is one of the danger thing that is there. But anyhow, this whatever the feedback, you no need to take, you no need to place the feedback openly, or otherwise there are some mechanism through which we can regulate these unscrupulous elements who are sending a wrong feedback intentionally, that you can do that, because just feedbacks cannot decide the entire fate of platform. So how we can regulate it and how we can regulate that misinformation? Further, there are some mechanisms are there, we can apply it. It's not a big deal, but this feedback mechanism is very important. This feedback should only seen by the service provider, or only because it's not the purpose of it, it's not the duty of the platform to really hire somebody or to provide the service to somebody. And if really only able to the platform manager or the person who is providing the service, if they are able to see the feedback, that's fine. It's not necessary to everyone to see. So in some ways you can regulate this, whatever the false information or the false feedback that are placing in the platform intentionally, that you can do it. But otherwise it is going to provide lot of solutions to the lot of different problems that the economy is facing. That too, when the people are increasing, the nature of work is increasing, because now we have seen the working from home has become a norm after COVID-19 or during the COVID-19. Now why can't we utilize the existing skill set of the people by using this platform, and so that we can create some flexible hours and provide flexible flexible working conditions, so that they can work fully and they can use its potential fully, and it can create the opportunities. We can generate more value in the economy, we can generate more economic services hitherto which they don't have the value at all. So the advantages are there, but at the same time some of the disadvantages are there, but still it is having some sort of potential to create some revolution in the economic process. So, and especially with respect to the women, you have seen how they are creating lot of opportunity, but at the same time they are having some problems you can address, but you have to address in a perfect manner. Okay, so this is something about gig economy. Thank you.
Amrita IAS Academy.